yeah, you guys want to see me have a mental breakdown? Because I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen. My favorite character. It's always my fucking favorite character in chapter 2 of Danganronpa. That, like, well, one of my favorite characters at least. It's always one of my favorite characters that dies in chapter 2. Without fail. Without fucking fail. Oh, and I'm on the wrong screen. I am gonna start a revolution. I was so panicked. I'm gonna be panicked in a minute. Psycho Thunder, somewhere you won't be alone. Poor cute Elia, let's go. There are 2 types of people in this world. I also hope that the video speed up for execution videos is not happening, because I looked into it and I tried fixing it, so I hope that it's not speeded up like with the chapter 1 execution. Good luck, thank you. I don't want to do this. Kirumi. The love of my life, my world, my sun, my moon, my stars. Why? Why'd you have to be the chapter 2 killer? Why? I knew that you gave me Peko Yama vibes because I fucking love Peko Yama, but you really didn't have to also be the chapter 2 killer. I don't know, let's find out why. Bing bong! I do understand where you are coming from. I assure you, this is just... I wish it were! I wish it were! A part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But I'm guessing it's the black piece of fabric. Black piece of fabric. The crux of your arguments are not a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided and consider the crux of your argument is faulty. Very compelling, Kirumi. I expected nothing less. Oh boy. Today was your last final? Oh, congratulations! I hope that your finals went good, Blinded. So you got a little break now? I won't back down. Might be enough time. I accept that. Alright. Come on, let's go. Oh! What do you mean by the crux of the argument? How is it just a guess? I am referring to the rope. Oh shit. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Blinded. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hydrate myself up for the tears that are about to start falling. Now with that rope, it's possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor. Did I use the right button? How did that prove I used the rope? Oh. Did she use the rope? Tennis net cable. Alibis for yesterday. Marked window frame? There we go. I'm so sorry, baby girl. I don't want to do this to you. Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame? Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks. Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill. Oh, my baby! No! Look at her! I'm so sorry. You deserve to get away with murder. Oh, what's wrong, Kirumi? Shut up! Shut up, Oma! What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey! No, 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 shut up, everyone. Shut the fuck up, everyone. Is Kirumi quiet cause that's what happened? No. Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake. Press the slay button. No! If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. Oh. But I cannot allow that because I must do this for everyone. Kirumi? Kirumi? But why is she lying? I don't know. Oh my god, did she do it for someone else? For everyone? Me lurk because me busy. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for dropping by, Cube. Enjoy your lurk. I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do. Who is this, Kirumi? Also, I know this is like a really big moment, but god, she looks so hot in this sprite. You look so good, Kirumi. What? Where is this coming from? Her response seems genuine. Yeah, she just cares about everyone. I love her so much. But what did she mean by everyone? Maybe the people at her house that she served? Maybe? Maybe she killed someone so that, you know, she could escape and go back to her household? Is she doing this for all our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? Elio's priorities? I gotta get the most out of my Kirumi simping while I still can. No, I'm wrong again. Hey Kirumi, what exactly is this everyone you're talking about? Kaito? I've just got a bad feeling about this. Valid, valid. Thank you for understanding, Kit Bees. When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here. Probably the family she serves. Someone who isn't here? Oh, Kirumi! Is it all for me? Have you been doing this all for me? Someone outside of the academy? Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video? Huh? The motive video? All for Elio. Thank you, Kirumi. I love you so much. You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right? Is that true? I knew she would have killed someone for someone. I either thought that she would kill someone because someone else asked her to kill for them, or that she killed someone so she could go out and, like, run to the people that she served before all of this happened. I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary. Unnecessary? Are you saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about. Ah, Kirumi. Ah, it is all of you, of course. Really? Do you swear to Atua? Yes, really. Kirumi. Kirumi. So, please believe me. I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. Okay, she's lying. I don't know what to believe anymore. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. Oh, Kirumi. So, please believe me. You have to. I wish I could, Kirumi. You all die if she did it, and you say she did it. She doesn't care about you. Unfortunately, her words are hard to believe at this point. The tears make me soft about it now. No, yeah, Kirumi. Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else? Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit? How rude. God, I feel like I got a stake in my heart right now. Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma. Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well. She really is like a mom. Shut the fuck up, Kyorikyo. Shut the fuck up. Don't like your ass. Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike. You really are screwed up. Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell. LMAO, I love when Elio curses. Shimatta. I wish I could, Kirumi. I wish there was some other route I could have taken to where I could lie and get you out of this, baby girl. I love you so much. Shuichi, please, reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. Okay, I see that she's desperate here. Because I don't think normally she would shift the blame onto someone else. So she is getting desperate. This just screams desperation to me. I'm so sorry, Kirumi. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder. This is just problematic faves the game. Yeah, she's deflecting, yeah. She's so desperate to get the blame off of her that she'll blame anyone else. When you put it that way, it does seem possible. We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis. I wish it were. I wish it were. But I know it's not. Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong. Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time. I made a promise. I missed the end of Nightmare of the Snow, but at least I can see V3 with the great character Kirumi. You sure can, Twi. You sure can. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now. I wish you could! They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it. So, you still believe I am the culprit? There's no evidence to indicate that I am. I know what he's even talking about right now. Oh, this hurts. No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit. The moment I saw the black piece of fabric, it just clicked in my head. I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. It was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with the makeshift ropeway. Then the final clue falls into place. The final clue? Yeah, black fabric? Clearly the culprit is Saihara. I wish the culprit was anyone but Kirumi. The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit. Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone? I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Also, God, the acting is so well done. Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong. Why are you so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Because he's the culprit. If only. Well, listen, last chapter, the culprit was the protagonist, so it could happen again. Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth. Kirumi! What truth? All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat. You can't save anyone. No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. It's the black. It's a black piece of fabric. I don't like this. Me too. Oh, I hate this. The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. Oh, Kirumi. She really doesn't have a poker face. It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. No, trash is Miyu. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle. What is this? Oh, it's a screenshot. The fucking frown. Oh my god, that's the best kind of screenshot for this. Best moment. Because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of. Yeah, that really do be showing how I feel. For once, the rigging captures my expression perfectly. Huh? Why not? Oh, you flipped the face, both of them? Oh my god. Excellent job, some dwarf. Excellent edit job. Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. God. Also, I did just realize what you meant with the fucking the Danganronpa sprite with the frowning face too. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction. Her gloves. Yeah, so what? Her freaking expression too. My baby. You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed. Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic? Damn it, why'd it have to be Kirumi, right? Of all the characters. It's always the fucking chapter 2. It's always either the person that gets killed in chapter 2 or it's the killer of chapter 2. That is one of my favorite characters. So angry. Shut the fuck up, Korekiyo. There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth. Onto Peko and now Kirumi, right? Well, for Danganronpa 1, the one that upset me was that Chihiro died. And then number 2 was with Peko, and now this with Kirumi. So it's like always someone dies in chapter 2 that I just really like. Ugh. What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that. No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit. Finding out how that black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. It's down to 3 people and you're the only one wearing black. I'll make it all clear now. Oh no, this part again. Oh. I gotta switch to keyboard. Wait, what? What am I doing? Okay. There you go. Wait, what? What's the hold? What? Yeah, there's like delay for this part of the game for the PC release, so just what? I'm confused with that part. Oh, okay, you take it off. Okay, I understand now. Kirumi! Okay. God. Kirumi! Okay. Okay. And the holds fuck me up. Ah! Hate the timing. What is that? Sorry, I'm not looking at chat. I'm like focusing too much on this. Okay, let's go. Ah, no. Kirumi's gloves. God. Most painful chapter in this game so far was chapter 1 because the culprit was us in that case. Yeah, that case was really emotional. And this one's like emotional on a personal level for me because I love Kirumi. Ugh. The piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove. Kirumi's glove? I was sure that your favorites were Hagakure, Teru Teru, and Miyu. Well, I like Hagakure, but I don't like Teru Teru and Miyu. I think my least favorite character from Danganronpa 1 was probably Hifumi. If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction. Easily enough to cause rope burn. Stay strong, Elio. I'll try. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't bare-handed. How'd Kirumi even get the drop on Ryoma when the dude got away from Gonta? She's like the ultimate maid. Maids are like secret assassins, you know? They're just that skilled. It's a new gimmick, like Nega Time. It's supposed to make it hard for you to hit the buttons on time. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction in. Time to see someone die. No! Correction, you loved Kirumi. How was the class trial? Absolutely terrible, Barrett. I'm not enjoying this class trial right now. Worst character from the second game was Hiyoko. Yeah, Hiyoko came after Teru Teru. I did not like Teru Teru. Forgot about Hifumi. I couldn't think of any really annoying characters in the first game, yeah. Hagakure is funny. I like him. Yeah, probably wanted to die. Yeah, he did want to die, but I think it was kind of one of those things where it's like, I'm in a fucked up situation and I want to die, but like, I don't actually want to die. You know? I don't like a lot of the cast from the first game, but I find a lot of the second game's cast pretty entertaining. Yeah, I think the story of the first game was really good, but the characters of the second game were better. I actually saw the twist coming, like, chapter 1 of Danganronpa 2. I jokingly said to my friend when we were walking around the school, and it was like all glitching at the start of the game, and I was like, oh, what are we, in a video game? And then, like, I think chapter 4, I was like, wait, we really are in a video game, aren't we? And it fell into a pool? From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right? Also, hello, Neitaka. Welcome to the stream. You ready for a mental breakdown, everyone? the glove on your hands too. I take it they're from your dorm. Oh, thank you for the follow, Dangan Fangirl 25. Good taste in games. Danganronpa agree. The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. God, you can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove. No! Don't do it! Oh, hey, how's it going? It's going okay. I think my favorite character is about to get executed. But otherwise, it's going okay. Well, Kirumi? Yeah, my problem with Teru is that he said way too many creepy things to the point where it's like, why would anyone even say that, even as a joke, kind of? Hiyoko, I'm okay with Hiyoko. Hiyoko, like, I'm kind of like, I don't actually know where I feel with Hiyoko, because I feel like the anime made me like Hiyoko a bit more than her game incarnation. But yeah, her in the game is definitely up to you on whether you like her or not. Will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves? Hey, what's the matter? Why are you sweating so much? The reason why the developers of the first game killed off Leon and Mukuro first was because they got tired of drawing frames for them. Oh my god. Kill off the character that you don't want to draw the most. That's great. Kirumi, what's wrong? Who's your favorite protagonist character in the series? Oh, that's a good question. I guess, right now I'm really liking Shuichi. But before that, I did like Makoto a lot. I know Makoto is like, he's like a white piece of bread. He's like vanilla, but I like him. That voice line too. She sounded like she was about to start crying. In the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. 'Cause it means that someone has to be sacrificed. But Kaede was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. Mikoto is just Elio without the charm. I faced the truth and doubted it and kept thinking and kept going. He's so normal. He's completely average so much that he goes in a long monologue about it. Same thing with Komaru. It runs in the family. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it. I will show you the truth. Bunny boy, why do you have it in silent Japanese? Silent Japanese? Do you mean, can you guys not hear the audio? Here, let me turn it up. Sorry about that. Here, let me turn this up. It's audible. Here, I'll turn it up a bit. Let me know if everything you hear is fine. I'll turn up my mic a bit too. Alright. Yeah, let me know how the sound sounds once I start talking again. I will show you the truth. Oh, this is my favorite part of class trials. Okay. So I got that. Okay, what's this? The evidence made of metal the piranhas didn't eat. How do I go through my stock? Okay. My answer, okay. So I got rubber inner tube, Handcuff victim. Friction on the gloves. Oh, is it highlighting it? Because... Oh, hold on, how do I... What's the button? How do I use it? Any favorite V3 husbandos or waifus? My favorite V3 waifu is Kirumi. So this child is terrible for me. Other than that, I really like Oma, actually. Piranhas, friction on the glove. Carried the rope. Over inner tube. Been a long item the culprit took from the gym. Oh, let me see. Let's see here. Where in the gym was the rope tied? We're sorry, it's all good. Okay, how do I use this? Is it already filled in? Is that what it means? What was taken from the pool? I think it's used, okay. It was taken from the pool, it was the rubber inner tube. Okay, yeah, it is used. You're right. Did you see the new game being made by all the people who made Danganronpa? What was it called? The ghost game, right? What is used to transport the body on the ropeway? Oh, hey, we unlocked it. Gems, window frame, and rope. Alright. Hitting the brakes was rougher than expected. There we go. Where was the body carried to? None of that. Oh, what was your opinion on Kaede? I liked Kaede. Kaede was a cool protagonist. I was kind of upset that we got like a female protagonist and then she dies after the first trial. But I thought that the first trial was really well done. Jim's window frame. This uses partition in the piranha tank. That was the glass. Piranhas swim in the tank. Alright. Finland item the culprit took from the gym. Oh, whoop! That's not it? It's a bit disappointing, but also nice. What are your thoughts? I haven't watched the trailer for the game yet, but I do know that it exists. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. Oh, there we go. Over there. Yeah, I hope if we get another Danganronpa game in the future that we have a female protagonist that sticks around. I know we got Komadu and everything, but like a mainline game. Transport the body. Piranha tank. Oh wait, that's the partition. Alright, this one? Metal handcuffs in the water. That was for this part, right? And then... Okay. Long and thin item. Culprit took from the gym. I think I haven't... That's the last one I gotta unlock. Transport the body on the ropeway. Yeah, good female lead is what we need. Definitely. Definitely. You need a Danganronpa game with a female protagonist. You don't count Ultra Despair Girls. Yeah, I do like Ultra Despair Girls, but I would definitely like a mainline game with a girl as the protagonist. Okay, let's see. Let me go over this. Okay, we got that. And I got that. Oh, okay, I think it's this one. That's the reason you're not in Decadence, yeah. Let's use to transport the body. No, this one goes here. And then this one goes here. What about a game with no protagonist, just all antagonists? Everyone gets the exact same screen time and they're all evil. You mean real life? Victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. Yeah, I liked Kaede as a protagonist. I do like Shuichi, but he can be a bit meek. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. And like, I'm not one to complain about fan service with girls or anything, but I was hoping if we got a Danganronpa game with a female protagonist that we would have gotten more fan service scenes with like guys. I know that we still do get fan service scenes with guys, but it does tend to go for like girls in Danganronpa games for fan service. So I just like Otome games. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. Like a female protagonist of a game with like a male helper that isn't the protagonist, and it like being romantic like with Makoto and Kirigiri, but like the reverse. I would have loved that. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. Oh my god. I love the art for these bits. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, I hope the segment ends and she just goes, yeah, but it was magic though. We saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Well, hey, if anyone is listening to me going off about having a female protagonist and like a story kind of like Danganronpa, I definitely suggest checking out Color X Malice. Because while it's not like Danganronpa, it's kind of more like Your Turn to Die, or, well, Your Turn to Die is another good example for a female protagonist in a Danganronpa-like game. But yeah, Color X Malice is kind of similar to what was the game? Zero Escape. Because the main character has like a collar that'll explode within a certain amount of time, and she has to find out like this group of terrorists that like killed people over the course of a couple of days and stuff. It's a really interesting game, and it's an Otome game, so if you want to date cute boys and solve mysteries, that's your kind of game. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. Yeah, I definitely think if Shuichi and Kaede survived together, they definitely would be an item. I shipped them, at least. Just like I shipped Makoto and Kirigiri. Oh my god, that art. God, Kibo. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. Wait, what's it called? Color X Malice. Oh, that's another game I really want to stream at some point, Twy. I have the Somnium Files. I have the game. I just gotta get around to, playing it. In truth, the crime began last night, around 8:55 p.m. I'll see you later, Archfiend. If not, have a good night, Archfiend. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank. Sort of a Fuyuhiko and Peko situation. God, I love Fuyuhiko and Peko. Like I was saying earlier, it's always the chapter 2s that fuck me up. Like, I loved Peko, and I loved her devotion to Fuyuhiko. My god, it fucks me up. And removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Look at my girl! Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym. And used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. You guys, I have a question. Who am I gonna simp for now? If Kirumi's not around, who am I gonna simp for? Like, my god. In Danganronpa 1, I had Kirigiri the whole time. In Danganronpa 2, I had Komaeda. But who now? Simp for Monokuma. God. The rope was then thrown out the window towards the pool. I don't know, Kibo, he seems like a nice kid. Yeah, I do like Kibo. Yeah. Kibo, I have said that Kibo is probably my second favorite character after Kirumi. So yeah, I'll simp for Kibo then. Let's go, Kibo Nation. But Kirumi stays as number 1. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan. If not Kaito, I love Kaito, but I love Kaito in like a I wish he were my big brother kind of way, and not in like a I simp for him kind of way, if that makes sense. Like, he's so cool. I want to be related to him. I want to be like, yeah, that's my bro. At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet as his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. What a shame that V3 ends with chapter 2 with the Blackhead escaping, huh? Elio, I wish they had like alternative endings, like with Your Turn to Die. Like that one ending that you could get if you like even out the vote, so that the spoiler character from chapter 2 like lives and everyone else dies. Like, I liked that they put that as an alternate ending that you could have gotten. Like, let me do that in this game. Let me let Kirumi live. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. If you had an ultimate talent, what would it be? Definitely the ultimate maid simp. That is what I am. The ultimate simp. I don't know, people have said that I'm lucky too. People have said that like I'm kind of like Makoto. Then they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. Ultimate VTuber? Oh, that'd be nice. Shoved his head into the sink filled with water. Girl. Why, girl? Why you gotta do this, girl? On the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. I thought you were gonna talk about the other Your Turn to Die alternate ending. Yeah, there's a lot of really nice alternate endings that you can get in Your Turn to Die. It's a really nice game, and I highly recommend playing it. Cool. It's very cool. The struggle left scrapes on the cuff and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Yeah, if anyone here is like a Danganronpa fan and you haven't played Your Turn to Die, highly recommend it. Or you could watch my playthrough of it on YouTube. Whichever you prefer. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. Yeah, that's a really painful way to die with drowning. Drowning is probably one of the worst ways to go out, because it's like a slow and painful death for the most part. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. The game I was talking about, Color X Malice, is not the Dark Fairy Tale game. I haven't played Color X Malice on stream. I would like to get it on the Switch and stream it at some point. It's available on the Vita and Switch, and I don't know if it's on Steam or not. I don't think it is. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. Yeah, it's not finished yet. We just got one more part left to come out in Japanese, and then it'll be done. It's not finished in Japanese either. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. What is the fairy tale game again? Cinderella Phenomenon. Yeah, I wouldn't want to drown to death. That's not the way I would want to go out. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Yeah, if I were to die, I'd want it to be like a quick and painless death. And I thought, like, if I could choose what way I would want to die, it'd probably be like jumping off of a building, honestly. Because I could feel like I'm flying for a moment, and then the likelihood of me even, like, feeling that I'm dying, like, I think, like, the impact is just instant death. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope. Wouldn't there be the anxiety of the soon approaching ground, though? Yeah, definitely. There definitely would be anxiety with that. I don't know. Maybe. I guess maybe like maybe pills, but I don't like that idea of going out with pills. I don't know. I just want something quick. I just want something quick to die. They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And thus the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. Jeez. Kirumi. And that's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. an impressive premeditated burden. Or an impressive premeditated murder. But the culprit made two crucial mistakes. Do you know Japanese? Hi, so desu! Nihongo o wakarimasu! Yes, I do. I do. I'm a bit rusty on Japanese, but yeah. I took 2 years of it in high school and 1 year of it in college, and then self-study outside of that. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid towards the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. I would probably jumper at least if I had to do painful, go all out like a Danganronpa execution. So leave a first mark on history and society. See, I'm one of those people that I feel like when I say this, people get worried. I don't know. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. Can you do the Danganronpa protagonist catchphrase in Japanese? Oh, それは違うよ. That one. Like, 希望よ. They used their own hands to grip the rope and slow down. Yeah, I'm like one of those people that has thought at lengths to like what I would do if I wanted to die. And one of the things that I had was like, I want to go to an abandoned building where no one's around, and I jump off of a building so no one's around to like quickly get a thing, no one's around to witness me, I don't leave a mark, possibly, like it'll take a while for someone to find me. I don't know. I'm very, what is the word? I have problems. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. But yeah, that's my ideal way of going out. If I had to die. But I live forever. I will live forever. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner. Is that a fucking reference to the channel? What the fuck was that channel? Again, Street Talk. I swear I heard that in one of their videos. Bing bong, fuck your life. Fucking love that channel. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped into the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. Didn't the glove bit sink? That seems weird. I think it was floating when we found it, wasn't it? The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated. If you see those dogs in your yard, haha, then just know upstairs I'm going hard. Bing bong! I remember that! God, there's so many good lines from that video alone, but that entire channel, Street Talk, or Side Talk, it is just full of one-liners. Joe Byron! It also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope in the inner tube. I got 7 female wives! Check my Instagram! Byron, who's the president? Byron! But that's when they made their second mistake. Oh, Steve Jobs did not die for this. He got an iPhone and on his balls. Steve Jobs did not die for this. I'm sorry. There's like only one person in chat I think that's seen this video, but definitely if you guys want a funny like 1 minute video, look up Coney Island Ski Club. It's a great video. Well, that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Poor girl. Poor baby. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave 2 key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. Every time I hear Claire de Lune, I just can't help but think about Kyrie. Yeah, I remember people were telling me not to ever look up Claire de Lune. I still haven't looked it up on YouTube because people have told me that I'll get spoiled even after the first chapter. But people be like, Elio, do not look up Claire de Lune at all until you beat the game. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll assume it's funny. Oh, it's great. Kirumi. God, look at her though. And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid? Kirumi, that's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections? I have an objection. Y'all better not be killing her. What you thankful for this Thanksgiving? Beans, rice, Jesus Christ, and Byron. So hard hat holidays, respectfully. I'm not gonna lie, if I bring that turkey to dinner, just know that I'm in it. Kimmy got shit on me. Anyway, sad times now. This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. Elio, as a lawyer, have you seen how gorgeous she is? Kirumi, I know she's gorgeous. Just look at her. You gotta be blind if you don't think she's beautiful. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this... Does that mean you admit it? Kirumi. Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty. There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But, thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting. So, it's decided. No, don't pop up. Don't pop up right now. I don't want to listen to y'all. This case was decided the moment someone who shall not be named opened their big mouth. We don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects. I sure hope Monosuke dies after the execution. That is right. No need to worry. Oh, Monodam, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child. Alright, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off. Did you link any of the Spider-Man ones, Blinded? Because I love the Spider-Man ones. It's voting time! No. Wait, they give Monokid a memorial, right? He doesn't deserve a memorial. Fuck Monokid. Hate his ass. I'm glad he died. No. Nope. 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 You want me to vote for Kirumi? Fuck no. Fuck no. Korekiyo. Yeah, no. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. I should have voted for Miyu. God damn it. God damn it. Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the results. Who's my favorite character design-wise? So I really like Kirumi. If we're talking about Danganronpas. If we're talking about Danganronpa in general, I think my favorite design was probably Kirigiri. And then I really like Oma's design actually. And Kaito's jacket is really cool. Oh, Kirumi voted for me. Yeah, I deserved that one, Kirumi. I really did deserve that one. Who will be chosen as a blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Miyu is my trash queen and I love her, but my fave character is Shuichi. Yeah, Shuichi's nice. I like him. He's a nice protagonist. I mean, I'd like to see Kaede more, but... No. Stop. Okay, I have one warning. I know that I haven't seen her execution, but I do know that there's an insect trigger warning for this. So if you have a problem with insects, I'll let you know when the execution is over. But you'll probably be able to tell if you're just listening to me, because I'll probably break out crying. Oh yeah, Ibuki's got a really nice design. Oh my, you all voted correctly! What an unexpected and unpredictable outcome! The blackened who killed Ryoma Hoshi is Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid! Enjoy the last moments with her. Yeah. I will. I'll do my best to enjoy this what lasts. Yay! Bravo! Bravo! Spoiler warning. Yes. Thank goodness we managed to get through the class trial again. It's not involved with the execution? No worry. Okay, yeah. I heard that there was like a spider that shows up like on like the execution board or something, but it's not like featured in the execution, so that's good. There's nothing good about this at all! Why did it have to be Kirumi? That's what I want to ask. Truly, this result was unexpected. How can you be so calm about it? But I can't believe it. Kirumi was so helpful to everyone. The same Kirumi is also the culprit? Hey, how long have you been lying to us? Shut up, Angie. Is that why you took such good care of us? So you could deceive him? No, she did that out of the kindness of her own heart, Angie. You mean she's not my mom? What? She was never your fucking mom. Yeah, she's my wife. Hey, Kirumi, tell me. Why? It's okay, you don't have to lurk. I gotta lurk, but I don't want to. You were always thinking about everyone around you. How could you kill someone? Let's get this punishment time started. No! Human beings have always been selfish, self-centered creatures. That's why I hate humans. They burn down the forest we call home. They pollute the rivers we drink from. I mean, that is very valid, Monotaro. That's like the only valid thing that the Monocubs have said thus far, other than everything Monodam says. I'll never forgive humans. But is that really a reason to destroy them? Some humans are really nice. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Enough with the commentary already! Well, Kirumi, were your feelings towards us simply another falsehood? No, it can't be. Say it ain't so. That was just another lie, too? I don't think so. I still believe Kirumi cares about us. Huh? And how would you know? I can't say for certain, but I can sense that this trial has been agonizing for her. Yeah, it really has. You can't say for certain, hmm? That is what a detective would say. Kirumi, are you upset? Wanna fanny some humans are nice? I haven't met them then. Wanna fanny lies? See, every single Monocub is not valid except for Monodam. Monodam's the only valid one. Because of the people important to you? Oh, I think that's common, some dwarf. I'm fully believing that her victim video is like the people that she served are in danger. You mean like from the motive video? So Kirumi watched hers after all? Either Kirumi mentioned that she had accepted a request. Perhaps that request came from someone important in her motive video? Do you have nothing to say for yourself? No, that's not it. I'm just lost. Come into my arms, Kirumi, then you'll be found. Because if I tell you why I did it, you'll regret what you've just done. Oh no. A regret? Spit it out already. Otherwise, we can't accept this outcome. Please, Kirumi, tell us. I do notice Mona Fanny kinda has like a... I don't know, I get like hypersexual vibes off of her, which is not something that I enjoy seeing. Which is also why I don't really like Miyu either. I care about you a lot, and I know the others care about you too. So please! Very well. If you're also desperate to know, I will consider this a final request and tell you everything. No more lies then. You better just tell us the truth, please and thank you. Golden coming from you, Oma. Yes, I understand. Your reasoning was exactly right. The reason I murdered Ryoma was because of what I saw in my motive video. First and second trials, two best girls are gone. I hate it here. I hate it here. Why is it always the good ones that die? As I thought, you did indeed watch your video. Does that mean someone broke the agreement and traded you your motive video? Alright, fess up. Which one of you did it? Close your eyes and raise your hand if it was you. Omo raises his hand. Why would the one raising their hand need to close their eyes? That won't be necessary. I did not trade my motive video with anyone. Huh? If you didn't trade with anyone, how'd you see your motive video? Perhaps Kirumi received her own motive video. Huh? You mean she had her own motive video from the start? Correct. No one had my motive video but me, the video's intended recipient. I have no idea why. Oma? Oma was the one that passed it out. That's not possible. Monokuma, what the hell's going on? You know, I wanted to bring this up earlier, cause it's been bugging me for a while. All this talk about videos being switched, what does that mean exactly? Don't play dumb. You're the one who switched up all the motive videos. I'm a little confused because prologue of this game implies this is all like a fake. Like they were given these personalities. I think the thing was... I'm a bit confused on that as well, Some Dwarf. Like my theory was that this is kind of like a Danganronpa 2 situation. I don't want anyone in chat to confirm or deny me. I don't want anyone to swear at me on stuff like this. But my theory was that this is all fake. And that they're artificial, like, roles that they're given to play out. But it could be maybe the same thing that happened in Danganronpa 1, where they had, like, a memory wipe or something. So, I'm not sure. Don't play dumb. You're the one who switched up all the motive videos. No, I didn't. Huh? It was Alma. Oh, was I not supposed to ask that? Did you cubs screw up again? Not supposed to? Hubspeak and Jabberwock Island were bad enough, but the Ultimate Academy is somehow even worse. Already, the first two trials have been way too painful for me. Like, the first trial in Danganronpa 1 and Danganronpa 2, I saw coming a mile away, so I was like, okay, yeah, let me get through this. But the very first trial in this caught me off guard. And now this one is just pain. It's all Mama Fanny's fault. She passed them out without checking the names. What? I didn't know. Monotaro should have checked the names too. Wait a minute. I don't even remember passing out any videos. It was my fault. What? I apologize. I should have been more careful. I know the game ends, so I won't say anything, but I'm interested in seeing how your theories about it develops. Yee! I'm looking forward to learning a bit more about the whole situation going on. No, Monodam, it's not your fault. It's all our fault. I'm sorry too. It seems I misunderstood. I completely forgot that the plan all along was to redistribute the videos. Daddy! It's not your fault at all, kids. It's my fault for forgetting. Father! Thank goodness. What the hell is this mushy feel-good crap? Young idiots. I'm through getting along with you dummy bears. Okay, die then, Monosuke. And my second least favorite Monocub. I'm sorry to cause so much trouble. Please continue your boring conversation. I see. The Monocubs merely distributed the motive videos at random. Same with Ace Attorney. The first 3 games had obvious first trials, but the other games aren't as straightforward. Yee, I've been really enjoying Maya's Edgeworth investigations. Saving my own video was nothing more than bad luck. I'm looking forward to getting Apollo Justice and playing that next once I beat Maya's Edgeworth investigations. So you just watched it without knowing what was given to you? What was in your video? Yeah, what I've been getting from this game is I really like the cast of this game more than any of the other ones. I think all of the designs in this game are really well done. And I feel like the plots of this are a lot more complicated and like in-depth and emotional than the other ones. Just from what I could tell from chapter 1 especially. Well, you promised to tell us everything. Which chapter are you on in Maya's Edgeworth Investigations? I am on the very last chapter of Investigations. I will tell you the truth in its entirety, but I doubt that everyone will believe it. If that's the case, why don't we all watch the motive video together? Yes, that would be much better. Let's hurry before Daddy gets bored again. How thorough of you. Yet I suppose it is better this way. Perhaps the truth will be easier to believe if you witness it with your own eyes. Yeah, the chapter is pretty long. I for the most part, I think I only have a little bit left because I found out who the killer and everything was. I went through all of the plot twists. So like, the culprit got captured and everything, so I think I only have a little bit left to go. After Kirumi had spoken, the Monocubs began playing the video. And I know someone's probably gonna be like, the culprit, are you sure, Elio? Yes. I'm after the plot twist on the first person that you think is the one that was behind everything. I'm past that bit. Oh, hi, Murai! Hello, welcome. Are you here to see a mental breakdown? Alright, backed by popular demand, it's time for the motive video. And who is the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado, mine is Kirumi. Thank you for asking, Monokuma. Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid! With clients in politics and finance, this elite maid is renowned for completing any request. One fateful day, she was suddenly summoned by one of her most influential clients, the Prime Minister. God, their backs must hurt being in that position. The Prime Minister had a request of utmost importance. He requested that she use her talent as the ultimate maid to serve her country. Really? Really, Danganronpa? Really? You really had to go there? Yep. Wow. Thanks, NIS America. I know that wasn't in the translation. That is in fact what happens. Gotta love that localization, huh? He asked Kirumi to make this country great again and transferred all his authority to her. No one suspected that the Prime Minister's new secretary was secretly running the country. I'm also curious about what was in Shuichi and Ryoma's motives. Yeah, I wonder what Shuichi's one was. And over time, she became the de facto Prime Minister. Only Kirumi could save the country from impending doom. Yeah, Shuichi had Kaito's. Yes, the future of the country rests entirely on her capable shoulders. So is that Kirumi? But Kirumi is up to the task, for she only accepts requests that only she can fulfill. She is driven by the belief that her citizens are the most important people in her life. So technically she wasn't lying when she said that it was for everyone's sake. She wasn't lying when she said it was for the people in this game's sake either, because they were all people of her country too. Oh, and while we're on the subject of those important people, Ultimate Maid, more like Ultimate Prime Minister. See, maid should be the president. I feel like we should always have maids ruling over us. An unfortunate event will soon befall those vermin and sheeple. What event, you ask? It's a secret! Find out for yourself. It can't be. Elio letting her classmates die isn't for their sake. I know. What the hell? The Prime Minister? Everything you just saw is true, though I only remembered it upon watching that video. Remembered? But please, hold on. That video is true? But that's ridiculous! There's no way Kirumi's really the Prime Minister! No, it's the truth. So currently, Japan is running without a Prime Minister then. I am Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid, and the most important people to me are the citizens of this country. That's quite the plot twist. I was called upon to lift the country out of a dire situation. I swore to serve and help all its citizens. So she did it for me! She did all of this for me. I forgive you, Kirumi. As the ultimate maid, I have advised politicians many times in the past. But he wanted me to prioritize saving the country from an unprecedented crisis. I fully accepted this request. What did she say about remembering? She said that when she saw the video that was talking about her being Prime Minister, that was how she remembered everything. As a maid, it is a great honor to serve the nation itself. You're literally confusing the shit out of me, because that makes no sense and I gotta take a dump. I see. So Kirumi was the real Prime Minister, running the country behind the scenes. It's almost like she's the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere within the school. How can you seriously believe that a high schooler could be Prime Minister? I don't think it's odd that an ultimate level talent could be that powerful. I mean, Keyboy's talent lets him pretend to be human even though he's a heartless robot. How rude. I'm not pretending. I'm still learning. Honestly, I ship Kibo and Oma. Oma has such an obsession with Kibo, like, picking on him. I see. Well, good luck, I guess. I was aware of Kirumi's impressive talents, but Prime Minister... Oh shoot, you cut your finger? Oh shoot. Okay, get a band-aid on there, Barrett. I hope it gets better soon. I hope it's not too deep of a cut. Then Kirumi really is Prime Minister? She holds the burden of the country's future? The motive video aside, Kirumi doesn't seem like she'd lie about something like that. Oma just wants to know, do robots got dicks? Hey, I get that Kirumi is really important, but what was that unprecedented crisis? I don't know, actually. Why can't I remember? It's probably connected to why everyone is here, right? With our memories lost. Wait, isn't this just like the ultimate hunt? Perhaps it is connected to the ultimate hunt. The ultimate hunt is connected to this unprecedented crisis facing the nation. It was a small paper cut, but you ruined the art. Aw. I'm glad it wasn't that big of a cut, but it sucks that it ruined the art. If that's true, how are they connected? What is this ultimate hunt, anyway? I do not know what is happening to the nation while I'm here, inside the end wall. That is why I needed to know. Just remember, that might mean the video might hold the effect of the flashback light. Maybe. I needed to know that the most important people in my life were safe. Because I am duty and honor bound to protect every citizen of this nation. So it kind of was like, I guess Kirumi was presented with, you guys know that one practice with the train on tracks, and like one path kills one person and then the other path kills like a bunch of other people. So she really chose to do the path that kills the one person to save the rest of the people. Yeah, the trolley problem. This is why I needed to escape. So, you weighed our lives against the lives of everyone else in the nation. Yeah, I feel like Rantaro knew a lot more. Like, we don't even know what his ultimate talent was, which is a bit sus. I don't think he was the mastermind, but I do think he knew too much. But if those are the options, of course you'd pick everyone outside, right? There's just too many lives at stake out there. And we just stopped Kirumi from doing that because we selfishly wanted to live. What should we do? Did we just make a terrible mistake? That's why I choose to turn the trolley so it glides down both tracks and hits everyone. You're like that kid. Did you guys see that one video where the guy presents the trolley problem to his like little kid? And he like takes the train and he like grabs it and puts it above to where like you start thinking that, oh, he's just gonna move the train off of the tracks, but no. He like has it crash on every single person. I love that video. If everyone outside dies because Kirumi is dead, doesn't that mean we pretty much destroyed the country? What do we do? Say, what's Monokuma planning to do with the rest of humanity? You know how many people live in this country? Like 100 million easily. No matter how powerful the mastermind is, there's no way they could really... I mean, y'all saw what happened with Junko. Junko fucked up the world, big time. Bears do not lie. Bears do not lie. The ultimate red herring. I am the ruler of this world. Nothing is beyond my power. Okay. This line right here This line right here. I am the ruler of this world. Nothing is beyond my power. I have a feeling like this is a Danganronpa 2 situation. Whatever is going on here is either... I want to say it's either a game, but that would be kind of lame to rehash the plot of Danganronpa 2 again. So maybe it's like a TV show or something. Like an alternate reality or whatever. Nothing's beyond your power? What kind of arrogant, ridiculous... That is 100% a lie. It is impossible that he could bring disaster to a country. 100% orange juice. What's so funny? The second biggest, most awful, tragic event in human history. You guys act like you can't believe it, but you're all terrified anyway. If you can't believe it, then you're terrified for no reason. Why do humans lie? Why are humans the only animal that tells lies? You play 100% orange juice? Yes, I do. I haven't played it in a while, but I do. Hey, cut it out. This is serious. How long are you gonna keep talking about Kirumi? Kinda confused about why the theme changed from hope and despair to lies and truth. I guess maybe because, like, it's kinda like you gotta find the lies and truth. I guess it's kinda like a gameplay thing. Let's talk about Ryoma. It would be a shame to completely neglect him. That's right, we know the motive to kill, but why did you kill Ryoma specifically? Because he was easy to kill. Easy to kill? Ryoma's not that weak. When he could use his Shukuchi method, even Gonta couldn't get catched. His physical strength was irrelevant when he did not have a reason to live. Without that, he became the weakest among us. Oh my god, there's another Among Us screen cap. What? I took advantage of his weakness and killed him. Oh, what do you mean? I told him I had urgent matters to discuss and to meet me in the research lab on the 3rd floor. There, I revealed my motive video, and afterwards I told him, I am responsible for the life of every citizen of this nation, so I must escape this place. He then responded, so, you got a reason to survive. That's the complete opposite of me. That's good. You got something to live for? It means your life has value. After he said that, he told me he would clean up the tennis balls lying around. And then, he turned his back towards me. At that moment, my determination solidified. A person like him would have noticed my bloodthirst emanating. He already knew. He forfeited his life right then and there. That is when I decided I must sacrifice his life for my nation and my people. God. Then Ryoma knew he was going to be killed. My solution to the trolley problem, multi-track drifting. Hey! Wait a minute, it's Maki's fault that Ryoma decided he didn't want to live anymore. What? Ryoma only gave up on life after you showed him his motive video. Well, since you didn't watch his motive video, I guess you had no way of knowing. Oh, are we also gonna see his motive video too? What's your point? Wait a minute, you're talking as if Ryoma saw that motive video. Didn't you just say that he only checked the name and didn't watch the video? Did I say that? Oh my, you filthy liar! What are you getting at? I probably shouldn't say anything, but someone has to step up and speak for poor Ryoma. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Twy. For the incoming tears, thank you. Again, what's your point? That he gave up on life because I showed him his motive video? I'll get to that in a sec, but why do you think Ryoma wanted to see his motive video? Cause he was looking for a reason to live. Isn't that right, Maki? How do you know that? Swap motive videos? Didn't we agree not to show them to each other? Yeah, I remember. Because once you watch them, you got a motive to kill. But if it shows someone important to me, I'd really like to see that. Any idea who will be in the video? I don't. That's why I want to see it. Once I know I've got someone important to me, I'll have a reason to live. But he doesn't have a reason to live. Was there no one on the video? If I've got a reason to live, then I've got a reason to escape here with you guys. In other words, that video might just give me a motive to live. So please. And hope brought despair. Yep. In the face of despair, you get hope. You're right. He was looking for a reason to live. Which means you shouldn't have shown him his motive video in the first place. What do you mean? What did his video show? Nothing. His motive was empty. Empty? How? We're up next. Let's give it a watch, shall we? So he had nothing for his motive video? Alright, back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video. Who is the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado...
超高校級のテニス選手、星龍馬くんへの応援メッセージなのですが。
This message is for Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro.
残念ながら、
Unfortunately, there's no one in the world who is important to you.
世界のどこにもいませんでした。
Oh, jeez. That's a slap of despair to the face. Yeah, Jesus Christ. He's got no one? No parents? No siblings? No friends? Really? Nothing?
誠に申し訳ありません。ここに深くお詫びいたします。
I'm so sorry. Really? I am. You have my deepest sympathies.
Sorry. すいません。
Sorry. Jesus Christ. No one was important to him? Yoma's video was a huge slap in the face, hence my hydrate. That sucks. Not having anyone to even give you a motive to like want to get out. Why would Monokuma choose someone like Ryoma then? That's what he was shown? If he saw something like that, he had none to care for, and none who cared for him. He found no motive to live. Because of that, he chose to let Kirumi claim his life. So, that's why. He must have just watched that video before I summoned him to meet with me. He just gave up then? Yeah, this reminds me of Sakura a little bit. But even Sakura had a reason. Yama didn't have anything. That sucks. To hell with that damn moron. It's bad to have no reason to live, but it's also bad to have too many reasons to live. That's why you did such a terrible thing, right, Kirumi? For too many reasons. You are free to judge me for killing Ryoma. I would bear the burden of being seen as evil for the sake of my nation and its people. Because that is what it means to serve with selfless devotion. That's why I needed to survive. Sacrificing you all meant saving the lives of men, women, children, and elderly. I wanted to live. Kirumi. Monokuma. Gonta has a question. Oh, what is it? Can Gonta be blackened instead of Kirumi? Oh my god. Dying for no one and killing for everyone, that's confusing and sad at the same time. Yeah. What? I'm not a smart boy, but even Gonta understands what everyone's saying. Kirumi should live, not me. The world needs her. I was thinking the same thing. I don't want to die, but Kirumi's life is way more valuable than mine. This is just gonna be more despair. Onakuma's gonna be like, nope, nope, nope. Despair, despair, despair. Kirumi's got the lives of hundreds of millions of people on her shoulders, right? Logically, Kirumi's survival would result in fewer casualties than our collective survival would. Jeez, maybe it would have been better if we'd gotten the culprit wrong. What do you mean? If Kirumi survives, then the nation's future will be secure. Then, what was the point of me doing all this? Jeez. Why did I reveal the truth? What have I done? These two trials have really been like, you find out who the killer is, but you regret it. Was I wrong? I shouldn't have. What kind of face is that, Shuichi? If you're my sidekick, then suck it up. What? Make one of the Monokids the blackened? Hell yeah. Make the one with the glasses the blackened. I don't like him.
Oi.
That goes for all of you too. Down with all this value of life shit. Life's not just some thing. You can't trade it or put a price on it. Kaito. And your life doesn't just belong to you. It's for your parents, your grandparents, your friends, even your neighbors.
I don't know.
It's not something you can just decide to throw away on your own. Yo, Kaito's spitting straight facts, honestly. So we didn't do the wrong thing. Life's purpose is to be lived. I really like Kaito. Because clearly a single high schooler is more competent than everyone else. God. This is why he's Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Stars. Kaito may be the ultimate astronaut, but to me he's the ultimate motivational speaker. He really is. He has such a good way with words to pick people up when they're down. I really like him. As long as you stay alive, anything's possible. We can even go to the stars. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I wanna live. The ultimate, bro. He really is. I haven't even traveled to space yet. There's no way in hell I'm gonna die here. The idiot's talking again. He's best boy. He really is. I really like Kaito. He's really high up there in my favorite characters in this game. But he's right. I mean, you're right too. He is an idiot, but he's right. Yep, he's an up to a damned idiot. And don't know why, but idiots always fill me with inspiration. Hey, shut up! Told you to stop calling me an idiot.
でもさ
Maybe a stupid speech is just what we needed to hear. Kirumi certainly looked shaken by it. Huh? Shaken?
だってさ
Do you really think someone as desperate to live as Kirumi would give up so easily? Of course not. In fact, she probably still hasn't given up even now. She was hoping that learning the truth would make one of us volunteer to die in her place. My god, Oma. Jesus Christ, that's great, though. Looking like Cheshire Cat over here. What?
でもさ
But Monokuma would never allow a Blackened to escape punishment, so maybe... She wanted everyone to rebel so she could use that as cover to escape on her own. How about it, Kirumi? Am I close? You are the most detestable cretin I have ever met. You knew exactly what I would attempt, yet allowed me to explain anyway. Wait, what he just said was true? Oma, how exactly are you making those creepy faces? Yeah, Jesus Christ. His way of expressions are really something, aren't they?
まさか
He can even turn himself, like, negative. You tried to trick Gonta? Try to trick everyone?
マジかよ
Seriously? You backstabbing cunt?
やめろ
Enough. She was just trying to stay alive in her own way. Nobody can blame her for that.
そうね
That's right. I must survive. Because I carry the weight of an entire nation on my shoulders. I would not have killed Ryoma if I was so easily deterred. This request will not be fulfilled until I have brought joy to every citizen of this nation. Turn himself into a pickle.
生きる
So no matter what, I cannot die! This is why I killed Ryoma. Even now, I refuse to give up.
え
Kirumi,
そっか
and you still refuse to give up. So, what do you intend to do? That's impressive. I'm always negative was my praise. You turn yourself back against the colors that you are right now. To be the exact opposite, normally, Twi?
生きる
That is quite the talent. I intend to live. I must survive, no matter what it takes. If I must abase myself, so be it. I would drink filth and eat carrion to survive.
生き残ってやる
I will do anything to survive! I would do anything to have you survive. I really would, Kirumi. She screamed, and she started running. Oh god. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was a completely undignified exit.
逃げてやる私は絶対にこんなところでは死なない
I have to escape. I won't die here. I was just thinking that Duncan fangirl. This reminds me of Chiaki. There's no way I'm letting you out of here. Jesus Christ. It was ugly and raw and feral. She just ran as fast as she could. I heard my voice call out. Run! Run! Run, Kirumi! Please run! Run! Please, hurry! Hurry, run! Like I said, I'm not letting you leave. Please, run!
生きる私は生きるこんなところで死ぬわけにはいかないんだ
I will live. I refuse to die in a hellhole like this.
さて、超高校級のメイド、東條きるみさんのためにスペシャルなお仕置きを用意しました。
God. Now then, I prepared a special punishment for Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid.
この国のために、国民の皆様のために。
For my nation, for my people.
では、張り切っていきましょう。お仕置きタイム。
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
死んでたまるか。
Kirumi, I will not die. Alright, is this gonna be sped up like last time? Oh, there it is. Strand of agony. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh. No, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't like that. Oh no. She got right to the exit. And there's nothing there. Oh. God. Jesus! She at least killed the glasses password. She sure did. Kirumi died, which is sad, but Monosuke is dead, so I've got that going for me, which is nice. That was a really painful way to go out, too. Like, every step of the way was pain for her. And then she finally got to the exit. And it wasn't even the exit. And then she falls from, like, a... She dies from falling. After all that. She died for a good cause, Ilya, but yeah, that was true pain. I have no words. That was a really brutal execution. Jeez. I guess that really does show just the lengths that she would go. What'd I miss? You sure missed a lot. My best girl is dead. My girl is dead. How did she endure all those spikes and blades before dying? Yeah. She's that strong. She's that strong-willed. Thank you for the hydrate, Archfiend. Why Monodam? Why did you kill Monosuke? Oh my god, he's got ramen. Of course he's got ramen. If you need to vomit, let it out. You will feel much better afterward. Monosuke, he was no different from Monokid. We're talking about the link that someone would go. Let's talk about Danganronpa 2 Chapter 5. Jeez, yeah. That was the most painful execution by far, Twi. He was getting in the way of us getting along. We don't need him. King shit. Don't need him? Oh, you were talking about... Oh, yeah. That too. That too, Twi. There's the entirety of that chapter. All of the victims of that chapter. Really. The victim and the killer. The killer. Don't need him? We few remaining monocubs must get along. No matter what, we must always get along. Yeah, the Chiaki and Komaeda. Both of those fucked with me, because Komaeda was my favorite Danganronpa 2 character. And then Chiaki's her execution was terribly sad. Not even father can stop us from getting along. Not if he knows what is good for him. Eh? This academy belongs to us. The age of the Monocubs begins now. Damn, Monodam. Go off, King. How dare you take that rebellious tone with me, young man? I think Monodam has gone mental with this getting along thing. He's like, you will be my friend, or you will die. And yet this angsty attitude of yours is just so cute. It's so cute how your little crew is shrunk by one member. Yep, shrunk. You're not getting any larger, you know? Oh, it's so unbearably cute. All this cuteness makes me feel like I'm about to sneeze. Ugly bitch! Oh my god. Who you calling an ugly bitch? It doesn't matter. Now's not the time for that. Yeah, we just lost like the greatest woman in all of history, everyone. Kirumi. I can't take this anymore. Even Kirumi was killed so brutally. I don't want to do this anymore. Am I gonna end up like that too? I won't let that happen, Himiko. I'll protect you no matter what. I'll protect you no matter what. But I don't want to do this anymore either. Shaki died again. Listen! Kirumi was my best girl. I never got to finish her events either. Please, let's just stop this killing game. I don't care if we stay trapped here forever. Oh? Isn't that what Atsua said? All desire, even your desire to escape this place, can corrupt you beyond redemption. It's Monokuma who is corrupt. He is the one who distributed the motive videos. Although his videos were more dangerous than we thought, to have driven Kirumi that far. Monokuma's sprite was cursed. It was fucking inflation fetish Monokuma. I hate it. What worries me is, as long as we're trapped here, we don't know what's true or false. That must be why Kirumi did not want to show the videos. She thought that if everyone felt the same murderous rage that she did, this killing game would be pure chaos. She wanted to stop it.
ねえね
If that's the case, then we really shouldn't show our videos to each other.
当たり前です
And that was our consensus from the beginning, not including you, of course. Are you gonna play the third chapter? Not today. Another day I will. But it's getting about time for me to trying to find a good ending point for the night. But I will be playing this another time.
でもさ
I had assumed Kokichi would try to show us our videos to get under our skin. Yeah, I need time to mourn Kirumi before I jump into another murder. But that did not come to pass. What, I wonder, were his intentions? Huh? I'd never do anything like that. I'm still thinking about what Kirumi said.
えっと
What Kirumi said? Everything you just saw is true, though I only remembered it upon watching that video.
それは
What she said earlier, correct?
は
Huh? What about it?
えっと
She said she remembered. And it didn't sound like a lie either.
そっか
And maybe that video had the properties of a flashback light if it made her remember. Huh? The properties of a flashback light? Still, how could Kirumi remember something she never should have forgotten? Serving the entire nation seems too important for her to just forget. Yeah, something happened to erase everyone's memories. Or we have artificial memories, one or the other. That's true.
えっと
Does that mean we have motives to kill that we'll remember by watching our videos? And if that's the case, maybe it's for the best that we don't watch the videos. As long as we don't see the videos, we won't know our motives.
おう
Yeah, now I'm convinced. It's probably for the best. Also, I gotta put up a BRB real fast, guys. I gotta use the bathroom again. I'll be right back, I'm sorry. Also, maybe that'll give me a good chance to cry without anyone hearing me. I'll be right back. Shit. Never mind. My cousins are in the shower right now. I can't even use the bathroom. Can't even toilet mourn. Can't even toilet mourn right now. Hate it here. Where did my King Elio go? I tried to use the bathroom, but wait, where is my... Oh, I'm on the V3 one. Me after Danganronpa 3 side despair. God. Alright, well, we'll keep going then. Those motive videos would mess us up. It's better if we just believe in each other. That's right. It's best that we not remember our motives, for everyone's sake.
まったく
Hearing you speak of everyone's sake is the least believable lie I've heard yet.
ひどいよね
How rude. I'm always doing stuff for everyone's sake.
嘘だよ
I'm sure you won't believe me when I say stuff like that, so I'll just keep lying.
えっと
But maybe seeing Kirumi's final moments has made me change my views.
だってさ
She tried to escape until the very end. Running away to live might not be a bad idea.
そうだね
Maybe facing the truth isn't enough.
そうだな
Yeah, true. It's okay to run sometimes. You just gotta win in the end. That's all you gotta do. And with that, the second class trial ended for us. How'd you say that word? I don't even know what that word is. A Pyrrhic victory. We had still lost a friend. What does that word mean? Does anyone here know? What is the end Kaito spoke of? And how do we reach it? I don't know. I still don't know. Essentially, it's an empty victory. Pyrrhic. Oh, okay. You won, but at what cost? Oh, okay. Empty victory. When we returned from the courtroom, the area was already blanketed in darkness. For now, we should rest. To me, that seems the most rational course of action. It's spelled like pyre. Yeah, my brain's out of juice from going full throttle all day. Like you even have a brain to use. Anyway, this killing game is over. I won't allow it to go on. It'll be fine. As long as we listen to Actua, we'll all be just fine. Next chapter has Angie killed 2 people, calling it now. What's wrong, Ganta? Why are you staring up at the sky? It's just, even when all this bad stuff happens, stars are always so pretty. But stars here are different. Not the same ones Ganta's used to. Different? Do you mean the position of the stars? So 3rd chapter syndrome, I'm calling it. It's gotta be a double death next chapter. Yeah, Ganta is looking, but can't find the star he remembers. Or is it Polaris? I love the star Polaris. But why? Were we taken somewhere far away? Far away?
No.
Hey, let's all head back already. I'm wiped out. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I have to tell you guys something. What now? Like I said, I'm wiped out. Now, it won't take that long. So, just listen to what I have to say. Yeah, it's always a double murder in chapter 3. It's just the custom for Danganronpa. Well then, what is it that you have to say? Just like how in Your Turn to Die, you get a person that dies before the showdown. I forgot what the main game. Someone always dies before the main game, and then someone dies after the main game. Everyone seems to be treating me like some kind of compulsive liar. Who do you think the victims will be next round? That's a good question, Barrett. Well, I know Oma's not gonna die. Oma is gonna be the Komaeda of the game. He's either gonna survive or he's gonna die in the very last chapter. But that's ridiculous. There's way worse liar than me in our group. A worse liar than you? I'm talking about Maki. What? Maki, I feel like we don't know enough about Maki yet. So I don't know if she's on the chopping block or not. What do you mean Maki's a liar? Kaito is too good. I think he's gonna survive until the end. Maki admitted it during the class trial, remember? Ryoma wanted her to show him his motive video because he was looking for a reason to live. We knew very little about Rancer Elio, true. But the game was flashing the red flags for him. But that wasn't the whole story. Ryoma was blackmailing you, wasn't he, Maki? Blackmail? One thing I think is gonna happen, one of the victims, I think, is either gonna be Himiko or Tinkle. Because you always gotta separate the gays in the 3rd chapter. We separated the gays in Danganronpa 1. We separated the gays in Danganronpa 2. So of course we're gonna separate the gays in Danganronpa 3 for chapter 3 as well. Please be Tenko. Yeah, I think Tenko is more likely to get killed than Himiko, especially if I think it's gonna be Angie. Because Himiko, you know, is part of the Atua cult, but Tenko is very against that. So she might get Angie pissed off and she might wind up killing her. So he used that to blackmail her. I bet he said something like, "If you don't show me my motive video, I'll tell everyone what you really are." That's why Maki didn't want us to know she met with Ryoma.
つまり
She wanted to keep her true identity a secret. That's why she kept quiet until the last minute.
ちょっと待て
Why you... What shit are you making up now? Maki's true identity? What? Danganronpa 2, I see who you mean, but who do you mean in Danganronpa 1? Oh, for the gays that got separated? I'm talking about Ishimaru and Mondo. Well, I mean, Mondo already died. So yeah, they were already separated in chapter 2, that's true. Never mind. I was off. I've known Maki's true identity the whole time. Oh shit. For a moment there, I thought Maki had disappeared. She moved so fast. Oh shit! What?
こういうのもつまんなくないけどさ
You know, this is an interesting turn of events.
みんなの目の前で殺す気
But would you really kill me in front of everyone? Lucky. Damn it. Oma gets to be choked out by Maki and not me? God damn it.
おいはるかてめえ何やってんだ
Hey, Maki, what the hell is going on? Maki really is a badass. I like her. She's choking Oma. Good girl.
君なら俺の細い首の骨を折るくらいわけないだろうけどさ
Yeah, you can probably snap my neck like a twig right now. I want her to choke me out and kill me. Hey, get in line, get in line.
そんなの君らしくないよ隠れて殺すのが君のやり方なんじゃないの
But that's not your style. You would rather kill from the shadows. I do like Oma though, I'm gonna say that. I don't want Oma to get killed. Oh my god.
超高校級の暗殺者さ
Alright, Miss Ultimate Assassin. Damn, okay, Maki gonna be the next best girl? She's an ultimate assassin. I do like assassins. Damn though. Damn. A thin line divides heaven and hell. Kirumi. Sweep, sweep. Servant's gloves. No. I don't want her gloves. I want her to be here with me. She lied about being a babysitter, but being an assassin is way cooler. Alright. Well, that was chapter 2 of Danganronpa, everyone. So, that'll be it for the stream for tonight, everyone. But before that, let me just post the poll in chat here for a second, because we beat Nightmare of the Snow today. So we're deciding what the next main game is gonna be. And, our time not today, because I gotta use the bathroom. Oh, but yeah, a bit later, I'll give you guys like an hour or so or something to, you know, get your votes in, for the games that are on the list. I will give you, a bit of a description for anyone that doesn't know these games. Night of the Rabbit is kind of like a point and click game. It's kind of like based around fairy tales and stuff. That's all I really know about it. Grimm's Hollow is an RPG Maker game where you play as a Reaper. Farther City is a game by the creator of Endro. Oh, Snubbles! Hello! You just came in at the end. I just looked at tomorrow's game, Devil Survivor. Yes, I'm playing Devil Survivor tomorrow. I'm very excited. Yeah, welcome, Snubbles. Well, it's nice to see you here at the end of the night. But yeah, Farther City is another game by the creator of Endroll. It is another RPG Maker RPG game with like dark elements to it, I believe. Zonky Zero is another game by the creators of Danganronpa and all that. Like it's a Spike Chunsoft game, and it's like an RPG, and you're like stuck on an island. It kind of gives me like Danganronpa 2 vibes from what I could see of the synopsis. Unreal Life is another RPG game. It's like a kind of like a walk around, explore, mystery kind of game. And then Murder by Numbers is essentially Phoenix Wright, but with Picross. You like solve murders by doing Picross puzzles to like find things and stuff. But yeah, those are all of the games on the poll. If any of those games interest you, it's multiple choice, so you can vote for whatever games you want. And I'm gonna end here for the night because I gotta use the bathroom, everyone. But yeah, I hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow to survive some devils. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Sorry for the short ending, but I gotta use the bathroom. Bye.